Okay, again. School is supposed to be your second home, a place to be where yourself, and also a place where you can learn the things that you need to be learned in order for you to prepare in the future. But then, of course, in some instances in school, some students can experience some violence or just like bullying, wherein some of these abuse may be considered as a verbal abuse, physical assault, psychological punishment, public ridicule, and sexual harassment either by the student themselves or by few abusive school authorities. Okay, the worst cases of violence are those springing from gang fights or just like the fraternities. Other students involved in this kind of group of friends, the fraternities. They sometimes these fraternities create some issues or fights inside the school. I hope that some of you or all of you are not member of this type of group of friends, because it may not have a good result in your future, all right, and it can ruin your life. So the school wherein it is our second home, a place we spend most of our time. For the past 2 years of pandemic, of course, distance learning or you learn from your or at home, by modular. But during the face-to-face, of course, most of your time you spend it in school, right? We have the whole day activity, discussion from your subject teacher. Then we have forms of violence. School violence is widely known to have become a serious problem in many countries in the recent decades. It means the violence that other students may experience is not just here in the Philippines, but as well as to the other countries. And then the baseline study on violence against children, we have here in the Philippines called Plan Philippines. It is an organization which aims helping children realize their rights to health care, education, your protection, and a highly quality life since 1961, which is entitled Toward the Child-Friendly Education Environment. Of course, all the school, they aim that all the students that come in their school might learn in order for them, the student, to prepare themselves for the brighter future. Alright, the principal or the administrator really wanted that their students can be a productive in the near future. Okay, as well as for you student, you need also to be responsible enough to make that happen. Okay, and next, here are the common experience among the students are the bullying. Alright, wherein it happens when students do severe and repeated verbal or physical acts for the purpose of inducing physical, emotional, and psychological harm on their schoolmates or peers. It means that this bullying may affect physically, mentally, and even emotionally. Or some other students, especially for those students who are not that brave enough or they're coping up from themselves in experiencing those bullying, can trigger or can make their lives more difficult for them to overcome that. Okay, so the reason why our government, especially for every school, make this an act about anti-bullying for the protection of the students among their peers or group of friends. Okay? Next, another way to explain bullying is the observation of some psychologists that bullies are themselves bullied. It means that those students who make this act of bullying also a subject or experience that in their past life experience. They are the one who also experience that of being bullied by their peers, It means gaano na lang sila, gabalos, of what they have experienced from their peers. Alright, so we have here the common forms of physical violence experienced by Filipino children. So according to the survey, these are the 5 common physical violence among Filipino students. Alright, among Filipino students. First, we have a corporal punishment. It is means from the teachers, such as pinching, throwing objects such as books, chalks, and erasers at them, being kicked, choked, hit on the head or nip area, banging on one's head. This corporal punishment is no longer effective for the student. Alright? Because you have a protection from the government. No, that, well, during my time, I experienced some of this, but now it is not good for the teacher to do this on to the student. No? Then the second one, we have exploitation. It is the act of merely using one person for the benefit and advantage of another. Okay? Means, if it is advantage for you, no, but we better stop this one because it is not good for the others to experience this, no, of being exploited from the other student. Next, manipulation is done by either fellow students or teachers by way of being forced to give objects or money, usually in the form of school contributions or payments for school projects. If they are unable to pay, they are punished physically, ordered to leave the class, or prohibited from taking an exam. So you are being manipulated that you need to do this, you need to do that, no? And for you who are being ordered by that person, you need to obey. You need to do that act because you are being manipulated by the other person or being the leader of the group, or you need to follow his order. So it is not advisable nowadays, no, because we human, we are free, no, with limitation, of course. Next, fraternities. So the clubs, school organizations who are known to be the more popular ones, characterized by Greek letters for their names such as Alpha, Sigma, Rho. Okay. Some fraternities or gang have their own name so that they may be, or it is their identity to be known about their group, no? Some of you have the name of your group. Okay, others name their group as Anaconda or something like Anaconda group, just like that one. But others name their group as their group of fraternities, which is some of them are a bad influence that is not good for the result of it is not good for the teenagers. No, and in that group of fraternities, they involve some physical violence. Alright? The hazing done and others might be killed. Okay, have you heard that in news? Okay, next, for the number 5, we have the gang fights. Of course, if you are involved in that group of fraternities, if your one friends are being involved in the noise stands or having fights with the other group, of course, you might also fight with them or for them. No? Okay. Kumbaga, one for all or for one. O, what is the problem of the one members is also the problems of all the members of that group. So, okay, you better be aware of the group of friends you might or you are belong. Okay? Choose a friend that might give you a good influence. Okay? So, that's all for this morning. I hope that you learned something from that. Okay, thank you.